Having given Katie some beautiful percussion move, she now is completely relaxed, clearing any toxins pooling in the back, in the white blood cells. I use my fingers in a long row. Fingers are all together, and slowly and very superficially, meaning at the very surface of the skin layer, I bring the fingers down from the side of the spine, over the arch of the ribs, down to the side of the body. A beautiful leg massage. Some hacking and cupping. Working alternate hands up the quadriceps. A little more percussion move. Stretching, mobilizing, massaging into the feet. Working over the abdomen to soothe and heal. Replacing the towels for a warming, secure effect. Long effleurage down the upper arms. And now, having reviewed the rest of the massage so far, I now am able to give Katie a beautiful shoulder, neck and scalp massage. The techniques used are similar to aromatherapy. These were taught to me many years ago for Swedish massage techniques, where I'm using my fingers to draw a line around the clavicle, the bone at the front, drawing a line above and below that long bone, and then just supporting Katie's head to the right while I use my left hand to effleurage, and then with my knuckles, using a knuckling effect around the shoulder bone at the back of the trapezius muscle and then up the back of the neck. I'm working quite firmly here with the knuckle, but also the flat of the lower part of the fingers, using them all together as one in order to warm and lengthen, mobilize those tight muscles. Once the muscles I feel can take a little bit more pressure, then I may separate my fingers and use them slightly individually. This has the effect of applying a little more pressure to those muscles across the top of the shoulders and round the back and up the neck. And every therapist will always read their client at this moment as to whether it's too much pressure, whether to go a little bit easier. whether to apply less pressure or simply to use the fingers and thumbs as one. That helps to reduce the intensity. Now working on Katie's right shoulder, always supporting and warming with my other hand. And as a therapist, constantly reading what's going on inside and reading the signs that the client is giving you. For instance, with the breathing rate, with any movements that the client is making. And the more secure and sound the client is lying, the more the therapist can apply a little bit more pressure and maybe massage a little bit more deeply. This is a beautiful neck stretch where I'm lifting, supporting the head, and then tilting the head backwards as my fingers go into the very top of the neck, underneath the occiput bone. That has the effect of giving a neck release. It's a beautiful technique I use in core therapy that you may well see on some of my other videos. I'm now removing the eye pillow and the 2 cotton pads that had a little cucumber water from the vitamin toner of the Tropic Skincare range, and also the face mask, as therapists are allowed to give facials and face massages without a mask on at this time in the UK. So I'm just finding myself a little more oil ready for the neck and face treatment. Now alternating hands around 10 to 12 times, always upwards, helping the skin, the muscle, the skin tone, separating my fingers and clearing under the lower lip, around the jaw and the chin. Then using my fingers very gently around the nasal bone, upwards, and alternating hands, a beautiful palm effect. It feels so nice to have the whole palm overlapping and alternating upwards, up the forehead. Now using my hands in a rocking horse effect, down the sides of the frontal bone of the forehead, and then down the sides of the chin. Using my thumbs now to apply a little pressure from the thumb pads in lines, about 3 lines. First of all, under the orbital bone of the eyes, then midway across the cheeks, and then under the zygomatic bone of the cheekbones. Repeating the same moves now, using my thumb pads across the frontal bone of the forehead, applying pressure to some key meridian Chinese acupressure points. This feels so beautiful for releasing stress, finding ourselves in a beautiful relaxed state, and as I like to call it, coming home. Once the thumb pads have been used to apply pressure, I clear the whole forehead with my lengthened thumbs working across and down to the temples. And now an ear massage, which is so nice to receive because in reflexology terms, this area relates to the whole body, the whole torso. If you like, it's an upside down fetus, as if it's still in the womb, with the earlobe as the head, the spine as the outward part of the ear, and the legs tucked in at the center. Now reapplying the mask, ready for a scalp massage. I'm just washing my hands, drying them off in order that Katie doesn't go back to work this afternoon with oily hair. And with nice clean hands, I introduce my palms and fingers to the whole scalp. First of all, just loosening very gently the scalp so that it's not too tense and gripping onto the cranial bones. And raising the whole head so that most of my hand pressure is behind the scalp, working at the occiput bone and upwards towards the parietals. I'm working with whole palms, and then gently now that the scalp is releasing, I'm applying a little bit more pressure with my finger points, particularly into the temporal area at the sides. And now a very soft, flowing, smoothing technique before I use the acupressure point places, one in the very center line, and now tracing 2 lines either side of the center point, making a line at first and then tracing that line with acupressure point pressures. Finishing off with a beautiful, gentle hair pull. Replacing the towels, securing, warming, and centering the client, ensuring all is well.